Twin Flames, this is your reading for the next 7 days, and I've just got my truth crystal and love one. When I picked that up, I forgot I had that. It's some sage, but it was like a key. You see, it's like a key, and so I left it on. Because that's the thing, isn't it? We need the keys to unlock doors and things like that. So let's see. Okay, divine feminines. Oh, there we go. And this is the divine masculines. Oh, good. Right, so divine feminines, we've got divine feminine, which is all of the queens rolled into one, the creation, you know, the new births, new projects, things like that. But divine feminine is here, being very independent and strong independently, really, and yeah, supporting herself, working on her own independence, being quite single and happy in her own independence, really. So that's kind of what's going on generally with the divine feminines, whilst the divine masculines start to step it up, bringing things more into justice, fairness, balance, working really, really hard with this, and it is paying off. It's happening. This card can indicate, you know, ask for help when you need it as well, but it's definitely coming the right way. It's like the divine feminines are pulling back on energy, and you know, it's kind of, divine masculines will feel that the change in the energy, and it's you know, and they know it's time to step it up, really, and that's definitely what's going on there. So lovely. Right, now, so divine feminines just started coming out, so we'll put those there. Divine feminine current energy. Yeah, this sort of move toward commitment just caused heartache, betrayals, and just horrible dealing with sort of that win at all costs energy. Someone's way of the highway. You know, it just caused divine. It's like the divine feminines understand the way it's better to go, but what all it did was bring just betrayal, because on the other side of it wasn't ready, or whatever, wanted it just their way or the highway. So you know, that's kind of the energy where divine feminines have had to pull away and reassess it all, think, well, which way do I go now? Because, you know, before it could have been too much given, and now they're more balanced in sort of, well, you know, I've got to be happy. It's the whole point of it, isn't it, as well? So so it's like, oh, which way do I go? So it's you know, the new beginnings begin with self, don't they? So this is the divine feminine realizing, my big lesson here is to love me and move forward in a way that it is genuinely, authentically loving myself, you know, in a way that's true. Because things aren't what seem, really. There's options, looking at options, driving forward no matter what's going on unconsciously, you know, and sort of gaining the mojo back after so much betrayal. It's like, whoosh, come on, let's go for it again, in a way that's going to make myself solid, maintaining the higher ground, you know, no matter what's going on, keeping that higher ground, and yeah, looking at the options for, you know, for a strong connection, because there's still, they understand still that strong connection, that energy in the world is what's needed for us all, as well as being very much about loving self now, so in a very balanced way. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there generally. We'll current energies for divine feminines. Yeah, so this has come out kind of not in reverse, but this is about missing someone. You know, the divine feminines have already connected to potential, you know, the potential divine feminine masculine. There's been a lot of missing each other because the bond was very, very strong. But that's kind of like that now. So it's like you're moving on. You're moving on from all of that. And being, as we saw in the cards in the beginning, be very much an empress and independently strong, really. Independent. So current energies for twin flames, divine feminines. So yeah, so there is a lot of burdens about this and overthinking, still too much overthinking, and you know, because there's a bit of like, well, which way do I go? What is the best way to go? And it's like, you know, you could even be in between two worlds, am I in this world or that world, and where, and that'll all be, you know, it's all burdens and overthinking, trying to see different perspectives for, you know, the next sort of decision in love kind of thing. So current energies for divine feminines. Wow. Yeah, so this sort of unbalanced, so this is a bit of a story as well for some of you out there. This is where there was an imbalance, really. Someone was, you know, feeling like they were, you know, more than 10 out of 10. Some were feeling less than 10 out of 10. Allowing for breadcrumbing, or, you know, less than, and all of that. You know, there was a need for balance there. It was toxic. There was something really toxic. So there's been some sort of stepping up and, you know, being strong in your own reality, you know, bringing your own, you know, strength, stability, and all of that to the table, becoming the empress, really, truly, in a very balanced way. And, you know, it isn't just about the ethereal, the loving, it's about bringing it solid into the world. And at the same time, you're feeling a bit sort of like missed opportunity about it all, really, but still standing strong in your own power. And, you know, this is a very caring, sharing kind of queen as well, so being very, very like that and thinking, well, just starting again. I know I've got to just start again and just make this happen. I want loyalty going forward. I know there's going to be rough terrain, but just starting from zero. So that's kind of, you know, everything that went before, just realizing, well, it's day one again. Kind of thing, you know. So anything else in the current energy for divine feminines? Right, okay, well, new cycle here. Right, so the new cycle begins, really. It's like, it's you know, divine feminines are stepping it up in their own reality, being truly independent, no codependency or anything like that. That's a new cycle of, you know, new ideas. Don't know how to ground them, but let's find out, keeping that open mind, manifesting truly what you want in your life, and being that, you know, dynamic, going for it, really. You know, very creative, very dynamic. Coming back to looking after you, so becoming more attractive again, instead of it being all about giving to others. You know, some of us in divine feminines are, you know, don't get caught up in genders, but I'm just thinking of mums out there as well who've been very given that way. And, you know, it's back to coming back to self, doing your creative endeavours, doing what you want, really, in a way that's, you know, good for the world, purposeful and things, using your intuition, and that just, you know, helps you just be more attractive, really, again, isn't it? So that's that new cycle of your own empowerment for you, really, and that's all about loving you. You know, it's not like you aren't casting anyone aside or anything, obviously, but it's definitely, you know, coming back to balance for yourself, which was the big, I think this was the big lesson here, really. And, you know, this being attractive again, and that's when you might, you know, someone might come and go, oh, I want some of that. sort of business and an offer comes in. So alrighty, so that's you, divine feminines, stepping it up in the 3D, should we say. So divine masculines, what's going on with divine masculines? It's all about bringing things, you know, into justice, fairness, balance, isn't it? So overthinking, think. It's lots of that going on. Whoa, I just saw the King of Swords there as well, which is all about very much clarity, but we'll see. It's wanting to passionately go forward, you know. These are like sort of aiming, you know, like darts, passionately towards something, and yet there's a stuckness about that. So it's overthinking. It's like wanting to bring a passionate message in, for example, but being too stuck in the mind about it. Anything else in the current energy for divine masculines? Again, remember, divine masculine feminines, it's about our own balance within ourselves as well, and it is the energies. It isn't particularly about a certain gender. It's really, when we're doing it right, we're kind of balanced in all of it, aren't we? And this is sort of going into hermit mode. It could be about what you've seen as a missed opportunity. So this could be about the ones who find masculines who've already connected to that very, very strong divine feminine bond. And it could be going within for more wisdom, because currently it's a bit of a missed opportunity and tower moment really about it all. So yeah, and it is, there's so much thinking going on here. Be careful with that, because it can make ourselves, well, you know, unwell and things. So current energies for divine masculines. Right, so what's these ones? Yeah, so, well, wanting to bring some sort of love and offer, but being patient about that, really. So, you know, this angel, it's all about bringing that 5D into the 3D, really, on solid ground, and also always connecting to the ethereal, the emotions as well. 2 of Cups is being held with the emotions in between. So it's all about that beautiful divine timing, really, and divine, you know, 5D bringing into the 3D. So, but it is about patience, about some sort of love and offer. So having patience about that, and that love and offer is what we saw as the final card for the divine feminines, didn't we? So it's sort of yeah. So this is about holding on to energy. You know, being careful. Before with the divine masculines, we saw a lot of like going for all sorts of options, confused. You know, wanting the cake and eating it, and very sort of selfish, really, that's what caused such betrayal with divine feminines and hurt and everything. You know, it's like so much. Some of these connections have been so damaging. It's like all trust is gone and all of that. It's as if it's nearly irreparable. You know what I mean? But it's learning, it's all learning as well. And the divine masculines are kind of, it looks like they're holding on to the energy now. They're not doing that, just giving anybody and all of that as a general idea. You know, it doesn't say everyone's like this, but so it's wanting that kind of commitment, wanting that solid, strong connection, and wanting to celebrate with who they love, really. Going for it, being that very dynamic King of Wands, very attractive, they get what they want kind of thing, you know. And it's sort of, it's happening. It's, even though there's a lot of overthinking on the other side of it, it's very much going in the right direction for that balance, for that love and new beginning as well. So it's finally like lessons are being learned here. And I think it's taken a big step of the divine feminines to you know, to bring it back to their own, like, loving themselves kind of thing, for it to happen. Yeah, it's all about this unconditional, beautiful love that is understood a bit more now. as I've said before, with this one, she holds the you know, on about the key. You know, there's a key, there's a key that unlocks this. And, you know, the love is what's needed for the world, isn't it? It's like, but it needs to be unlocked in the way that's true, really. And there you go, there we've got, you know, a true way. Someone who is mature enough to understand, you know, about giving his love in the way that's important to unlock this love that's for each other, but also for the world. And yeah, and that's what's going on there. Anything else in the current energies for the divine masculine? Right, I think that's... Is that it? I think that is it. Alright. So, let's find out what's going on in the energies coming. Future energies coming for divine. Ooh, divine. Oh, someone passionately going towards you here. Now that you've stepped it up as the Queen of Wands there. Lovely divine feminines. Wanting teamwork. You're being independent though as you keep going. There's some sort of honest message and maybe even an apology. Could be also different masculine energies here, because there's like fire energy and air energy and also water energy. So you're being the star. You know, finally stepping it up and bringing it all back to you again. Being independent and won't suffer feels gladly kind of thing, you know. But it's that dynamic Queen of Wands that makes you more attractive. Heartache in the current energies. Burdened, yeah, burdened because of all the heartache. It's like you don't want any of that anymore. It's like you've dealt with that so much. You want something that is truly committed to you, really, and to the purpose of it all. Yeah, something justice, you know, with justice, fairness, balance. Some of you could be dealing with Taurus and Libra here, and the Sagittarius there. Anything else in the nice. Oops. Anything else in the coming energies? Excuse me. What's that? Right, I just want to clarify this a little bit here. Missed opportunity card, so can you give us clarification on that? Okay, right, yeah. Right, so it looks like, you know, you're stepping it up, divine feminines, being in that sort of Queen of, you know, learning to bring it all back to you, what you truly want as well. You want your creation endeavours, you know, done. You want to love you more again, so you know, and that'll just naturally make you more attractive again, really. And so that's when, you know, something will come in, like someone wanting to passionately come towards you, or someone wants to bring an honest message, or bring an apology, you know, for more teamwork. You're being independent and strong, you're being the star. You're still burdened about all the heartache. You want something really truly committed. You want something coming from justice, fairness, honesty. You know, there's currently some sort of missed opportunity where there was you know, devil energy, lies and deceit, and, you know, people messing about, playing about, treating your divine love less than, absolutely, you know, terrible, you know, disrespectful, all of that crap, and broad betrayals and heartache and all of that. You do want to come together to make this, you know, this is like the tree of life with abundance on every branch. You want that. You do want that. You want the fun. You want the, you know, to enjoy and being with someone in the way that moves it forward in the right way. And you know, things are transforming as well. You're actually transforming that energy of, you know, that win at all costs one. I mean, this person's realising, whoever's done that, how much they've just chewed everybody off with their own selfishness, you know. So it's very much transforming into, you know, because if you're not taking any BS, you're coming from that clarity and truth for that absolute clarity and honest speaking. And it's literally transforming things. So that's beautiful. And it's like, but you're still all seeing as well. It's like, well, where's the confirmation of you know, of what's happening here? I can't see anything happening, but it is telling you that you are going in the right direction, really. All right, so that's your energies coming, really. So it's still like being very independently strong. You know what you want, divine feminines, and you won't take anything less than any, you know, no way. Even if, you know, before you might have been so giving and caring that you could see what needed to happen, and you were working on it, and, you know, putting your all into something that, well, just wasn't appreciated, and it's not happening now. It's like you're making sure you bring yourself into the equation. That was a big learning for you, and, you know, and most importantly, you as well. It's like you first, you know, and that's and before you wouldn't have thought that was right before. So definitely you first, sort of thing, isn't it? So divine, oh, there you go, divine masculines. Just one moment.